obvyklého. Živí se recyklováním aut. Zavolal a řekl mi, že má Camelot Cruisery. Předpokládám, že je někdo postavil v 60. letech z fifth wheel trucků a chtěl založit firmu na stavbu velkých obytňáků. Chtěl vstoupit na trh luxusních obytných přívěsů, prý jsou naprosto šílené. A já jsem mu řekl, že by to za tu cestu asi stálo. Prý tu má i další auta, snad tu něco koupíme.
Za pokus nic nedáš.
Woody od Packardu. Zdravíme.
Dobrý.
Richard Rawlings, vy jste Jay, že? Mluvil jsem s vámi po telefonu. Charlie?
Jay Brosten z Auto Parts City v Gurnee, Illinois. Charlie Kuhn z illinoiského Glenview. Živím se recyklací aut. Každý měsíc zrecyklujeme kolem 1000 aut. Říkávali jsme tomu smetiště. Ale také bereme ojeté vozy, darované vozy a čas od času narazíme na něco neobvyklého.
Pecka. FJ a Woody Packard. Tohle je super. Vendura schání hodně sběratelů.
Máme tu zajímavé hračky.
Prohlídli jsme ostatní auta, ale žádné mě nijak nenadchlo. Chci vidět ty šílené Cameloty. Jsou tak velké, že mě překvapuje, že je nevidím. Nechci vidět nic jiného.
Tudy.
Takhle je lisujete, jo?
Přeprava je pak o hodně snazší.
Páni, dívejte na to. Bože. Zašli jsme za roh a nevěřili jsme, jak obrovské jsou.
Jsou nepopsatelné.
To je neuvěřitelný. Co jsou zač?
Dědeček jedné rodiny, která tu bydlela v 70. si myslel, že vyrobí luxusní třídu obytňáků, které bude prodávat za $150,000.
Jo, chápu.
Ten levný postavil jako první.
Tohle byl jeho první nápad?
Přesně.
Jsou oba stejné?
Tohle je Ford ze 74. Nemá nic najeto. Uvnitř sedí 529 motor.
Obdivuhodná práce, žádná laminátem krytá kartonová fušeřina, kterou teď tak často vídáte. Tohle jsou ocelové stroje, staré tyráky od Fordu, které táhnou obří přívěsy.
Počkejte, až uvidíte interiér.
Vypadá to jako byt mého táty. Jasná 70. léta.
Podívejte na ty barvy.
A interiér vypadá přesně jako byt mého otce ze 70. let. Žlutý vinyl, dřevěné obklady.
Dívej na to. Sleduj tohle, Richarde. Telefon. Zmáčkněte 5 pro obývací pokoj, 2 pro salónek.
Sleduj tu postel. A kamenná stěna. Neuvěřitelný. No to mě podrž. Umyvadla pro něj a pro ní.
Kámo.
Sprcha. Jsem si celkem jistý, že je to přesná replika koupelny, ve které zemřel Elvis.
Očividně.
Tohle je tak super. Nikdy jsem neviděl nic střeštěnějšího.
Oh, Emil, that is fantastic. Oh, that is every boy's dream. Let's start under the bonnet. There, look at that.
You can see pretty much the entire engine is stock and, you know, it's in great shape.
It looks like it's rust-free as well, being it's a Californian imported car. I can't see any evidence of it, usually at top of the suspension turrets, but that looks really good.
Yeah.
Let's get down into that chassis, and it's very straight.
We've got a oil leak on the transmission, but I just don't have access to the parts and the people that are willing to do it.
Emil, I'm very happy with what I've seen under there. Can we have a good look inside now?
Sure, jump in the driver's seat.
Oh, it's made for me, this car. I can feel it. Look at that.
As you can tell, Mike, this car is one of the few cars that had the leather interior.
Recaro leather. It's got the RS gauges up on the top with the boost valve and the bar pressure. The dashboard looks in pristine condition. Let's have a look in the back. That is fantastic. Look how original that is. Do you know what? One of the most sought-after parts probably on this car is this parcel shelf. So many of them got cut up to put stupid speakers in, and they become quite rare. This car is totally original. I absolutely love it. And as for this great big wildtail spoiler at the rear, this is sort of the bother boy look that gave it a bad reputation in the mid-90s. But actually it's there to serve a purpose. It's to keep this car rooted to the tarmac. It is actually a functioning real spoiler. Talking of tarmac, that's the only thing left for me to do really, is to get it out there on the road and see what it drives like. Forgotten how good these cars are. They've got that 2-litre fuel-injected engine under the bonnet. And when you come into a bend, this car grabs on all four corners. That's because it's four-wheel drive, and that four-wheel drive is running through this 5-speed gearbox, and it's delivering power. Although I can feel that immense power coming from this car, I do believe there's a little bit more. I think we can unleash a bit more power. When I put my foot on the brake of this car, I can feel it wandering to the left. So I gather we're going to have to do a little bit of brake work. And there's this awful smell inside the cockpit. The smell is of bad eggs. It's going to be the catalytic converter. I think that's going to need changing. It does mean that I can go back to Emil and tell him that his Cosworth has got a few problems and maybe there's some room to manoeuvre, because there's no way this car is not coming back to the workshop with me. If it's $35,000, so be it. I'm having it. But if I can get it a little bit less, I think I'll be a very, very happy man.
Guess what? This is the wrong conveyor.
They're both the same.
It won't work.
18-year-old Hunter's first task running Monster Red is to finish building it. But Todd is finding it hard to hand over power.
Why are you laughing? You act like you're a genius, like this is a great plan. It's not going together good. You're 18 years old.
You know how many times I put this conveyor together? A lot.
These conveyors
Are identical.
The other one has way more impact rollers down at the bottom.
Well, we can unbolt them and take them off.
Are you me?
Rather than move it, Todd wants to rebuild the conveyor.
Todd wants this conveyor, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. He's the boss, so that's what he wants, that's what we're gonna do. You know, this is the start of the season, and if this is any kind of glimpse of what it's gonna be like, it's gonna be real difficult.
If you want me off, fine. But if we don't get set up quick and we don't get the gold, you're off this plant. For just a quick minute, he actually reminded me of me. And I don't know if that's good or bad. It's always hard to hand over power from father to a son, and you know what? You know what? Maybe it's time. I'm getting fat and old, and he's 18 years old. He's ready to kick ass, I guess.
It's hard telling my dad that, but I just need to get this plant going, so that's all it is.
We do it right because we do it twice around here. Let's go.
Hunter brings in lead operator Andy Spinks to lift in the right conveyor for the tailings.
We're just gonna get some tension on it so we can get these legs out.
Watch yourself over there. Oh, hey.
Here we go, Andy. I know it's gonna swing like a... Looks good so far. Up.
Hunter! Whoa!
Server, look out!
The long chain on the excavator's bucket has slipped. Andy takes control and places the conveyor next to Monster Red.
Pretty scary. I thought it was coming down, but the chain still held it, and everybody's okay. So we got the right conveyor in the right place. Now we just have to get it up on the stand.